I'm doing well. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Jean. And guys, you could we're just gonna leave your mics on. Since we are a small group, we'll just leave your mics on. You can jump in if you have a question. As we get bigger and grow, because we will get bigger and grow, we
Indeed.
might change that. But for now, we'll just keep it open. Okay. Now I have to do this. And I just have to. YouTube had shut one of my channels down years and years ago, and now I have to go through private windows and do all sorts of things before I can actually view it on my channel. So it's kind of a pain, but that's okay. There's ways around everything. I decided I'm going to pull it up on my phone so I can. Just check this out. Technical difficulties here. Is the chat working in the Zoom? It should be.
Well, let me get out of full screen.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yep, it sure is.
So why isn't it working on YouTube? Well, we'll just put in a quick description and call it a day. So how are you two doing?
Doing
I'm
well.
okay. Doing well, doing well. Doing
We
well. Glad you guys can make it.
just finished up dinner,
Oh, good, good, good. What time zone are you in, Jean?
Eastern.
Okay. So it's getting later for you.
Mhm.
Go. Okay, hello, hello, hello. So today we are going to talk about B-roll, and I think you guys have both of you have commented in the community about what you believe B-roll to be. So B-roll essentially is the spice for your videos. Um, I don't know about you guys, but I'm terrible. My attention span is brutal. You give me something and squirrels. I'll watch my YouTube videos, I will put at 2 times speed just so I can get through and watch them anytime I'm learning something because I don't have an attention span. So I need that visual grab. And there's a lot of people out there that need the same thing. So that's essentially what your B-roll is. So if I'm talking on a video and I'm telling a story, I can use my hands, that adds some effect. Obviously, facial expressions, things like that. But me talking, all of that is considered your A-roll. And that's what's delivering the main message. And that is always going to be still the most important part of your message because ultimately it doesn't matter what you have going on in the background. If that main A roll, if that main part of the video is lacking, your video is not going to fly either way. Kind of like, let's say if you're cooking a hamburger, you can add all the spices, everything you want in it to add to it to make it better. But if that hamburger isn't very good to start with, it's not going to be very good no matter what you put in it. So that's kind of the idea, the B-roll. So just something a little fun to spice things up. Um, it can be things like photos. It can be simply text on screen. Um, it can even be considered just even video editing, zooming in and zooming out. That can kind of be considered B-roll as well, but mostly it's just adding overlays. Let's see, the screenshots are great for
Mhm.
B-roll. So like income, that kind of stuff, all of that kind of stuff is great to add for B-roll. Within the community, there's tons of things that you can screenshot and share with wins and just all that kind of stuff. So it all depends on what you're promoting. I think most of us in here are familiar with the legacy program.
Mhm.
But you know, you could be, if you're, say, a realtor, maybe you're a realtor and you're talking about a house that that you've got coming up for sale. You might just be talking about it, but you might show, you know, the master bedroom up in this corner. You might show a picture of the bathroom, or you might show. Um, you could even take, like with AI and tools that we're using now, we can even impose a family into a picture of their kitchen and throw that onto there. So when I'm talking about all this stuff, I don't mean to overwhelm you. This is just stuff that you can do. So the possibilities are endless, but I would start with a little bit and just add to that as you go. But be careful. You can do too much. If there's too many visuals going on in your video, you're going to lose your audience right away. Anyway,
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Any questions so far?
So
I see
far,
we have a
so
drone.
good.
Hi, Patrick.
When you
Obviously.
use an overlay or a picture, a photo, is there a certain percentage of the screen that it shouldn't go beyond or anything
No,
like
that's
that?
more so when you're talking about content creation and filming, it's called the rule of thirds.
Hmm.
So it talked about that it is visually appealing to have your frame cut into thirds. Now you can, when you're doing overlays and stuff, I wouldn't worry too much about that, but you can still consider it.
Okay.
In essence, that rule of thirds just applies to the entire video. So either, and that's generally your placement. So if you're using a lot of B-roll type stuff, like maybe you're doing a lot of bullet points, or maybe you have like a slide presentation or something like that, you might want to position yourself on the left-hand side of the frame. And
Mhm.
then you could put your B-roll on the right two-thirds. So if you're kind of doing that kind of thing, then yeah, you'd want to
Yeah.
consider that. But if you're just
Yeah.
throwing something up, be mindful of it, but don't sweat too much about this. Again, all of these little things are just details.
Yeah.
The big thing is going to be your message, your main message. Once you have that, then this is all just sprinkles to make it all pretty.
Okay.
Okay, so where do you get B-roll? So B-roll can be taken from just about anywhere. So I did mention screenshots. So anywhere you can get a screenshot, like we said, in the communities, or if you're on Facebook, or from your socials. Basically anywhere you can get a screenshot. Maybe somebody sent you just a text message that you want a screenshot. You can use that. Another B-roll could just simply be text on the screen. So if you are talking about something that's maybe point by point by point, you could flash point number one sort of across the screen as you start on that topic. Point number two as you start on that topic. Most B-roll is stuff that you're going to record yourself from your telephone and from your phone, or if you have a camera, or if you're recording on your computer. All of this stuff is going to be stuff that makes you more authentic to your viewers. So if you can do, you don't have to use your own recorded footage, but if you can, that makes you even more relatable. So you could take, like maybe you're just making coffee in the morning. Set your phone up on a tripod or stack it on some books or however. You don't have to get fancy. Stack it on some books. I had, when I first did some filming and stuff, I kind of set my phone, I had some books, and I had my air fryer. And I just,
It works.
I juggled all sorts of stuff trying to get the height that I wanted. And then once I got that, I mean, it was fine. So just be creative. Use the stuff that you have. You don't need fancy equipment. But maybe you're recording yourself making coffee. You can record, say, 30 seconds of that there, and then maybe just move your phone, shift it to the other side of the room, and record from a different direction. So now all of a sudden, something that you've already been doing all day long, all day, every morning, you're already doing that. Now you have content, and you can bank that content and use it. If you're gardening, whatever your passions are, whatever you enjoy, cooking, folding laundry. I mean, anything can be used as B-roll content. Like, what are some of your hobbies? Like, you could record yourself typing on the computer.
Mhm.
Kathy, what are some of your hobbies? What would
Well,
some...
reading and
Okay.
hiking, yeah, all those kinds of things.
So reading is a fantastic one. You can just even position your camera in different spots and just read. Maybe you're going to read in the on a lawn chair outside, or maybe you're going to on a park bench or things like that. So all fantastic things that you can build B-roll from. Now, the best part, one thing I really love is once you start getting all of this B-roll content, you can throw it in a folder somewhere and you can reuse it. So now you can take maybe this video, this message that you have, you want to talk about this, you can, oh, I like this image, so you can pull that image. Or you can pull this image for this message. Or maybe this video has 3 of those images, right? So it just becomes a database almost of stuff that you can use over and over and over again.
So do you just keep them like on your phone, in a folder?
I do most of my, for me, most of my videos are done on my laptop. So I keep everything on my laptop. If I do record from my phone, I transfer it to my laptop. So it just depends on where you're creating your content primarily. Yeah, and then you'll want to keep it on your phone, or like you can go back and forth. Welcome, Shaw. Hello. This is one of our new members. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, you can basically pull it from anywhere, and yeah, use it however you want to use it and however you would normally use it. Again, our goal in here is not to make this harder, it's to make this all easier. So things, different tips and tricks that will make it easier for you to use.
Put your money into investments, assets, and smart moves that outwork you every single day. We are in the world of automation, right? So you should be invested.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know who.
Yeah, we're in the, like she said, we're in the world of automation. So everything we can do to make this easier and show up consistently is going to add to your success. So now another way to get B-roll, and this is my this is my jam. This is what I've been doing. I don't know if any of you are following my TikToks or Instagrams, but most of my content is my AI twin. So when I'm when it's time for me to create content, I tell my AI twin, my program, to create what I want it to create. And actually, ChatGPT is coming up with some amazing stuff, even just itself. Like, so when I was creating the footage or the B-roll for the video that I shared, the video example that I shared in the community earlier. Sorry, just check my YouTube channel here. I think that's it. Anyway, let me find it. It actually created all of the images that I used on my YouTube channel.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Let me share my screen. So it's sorry, the Zoom kind of slows my computer right down, but essentially all I did was listen through my video and I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of cool. So I just had it, can you create an image of a delivery driver grabbing a food bag? And then it did that, but of course it's being really slow right now. See if it refreshes and I can bring it back up. It's not there, but I could bring it up in my folder. So essentially it's just everything that any kind of picture, anything that kind of supports what you're talking about. So let's see, I asked for an infographic. So ChatGPT made me this graphic that I could just put in there. So it just generated that for me. Another thing to mention, oh, here we go. Here's another one of the image that I just had ChatGPT create for me. Can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So yeah, there's one where I'm sitting in a car, like with a exasperated look on my face. Then I actually had to generate the thumbnail for YouTube. So I mean, even ChatGPT alone, a bartender pouring drinks. So even ChatGPT alone, it can create a ton of AI stuff for you guys. So you don't need to spend or learn any fancy programs. We can do all of this stuff just with ChatGPT. It's just insane. Anyway, I tend to ramble. So the other thing I want to point out with B-roll, B-roll is also when you're talking about a text on screen video,
Mm-hmm.
the image behind the text is your B-roll. The text is still your A-roll. So even though that image becomes sort of your primary part of the video, the text is still your message. So the text is still your A-roll and the image is still considered the B-roll. So just a minor thing to point out, but yeah, just if somebody's talking about that, then you know what they're talking about. Now, finally, the last place you can always get stock images. They're called stock images, and basically photographers, anybody will upload their work onto these free sites where you can just download and use it. There's Pexels.com, there's Pixabay.com, and you can pop onto any of these sites and basically search for any image that you want. So I'm just going to go on to Pexels.com here. You can search for videos, you can search for photos. So photos or videos. I'm a big road trip person, so let's search for some road trips and just see what it comes up with. So yeah, just different road trips. You just put in different words to see what you can get. And then you can download and use these. If there happens to be an artist that you'd like to use a lot, you can always send them a donation. But for the most part, this is all free. Here's some road trip videos. So this might be a good B-roll, somebody stuck on the side of the road, right? So just different things that you can do with that. You can use animals. So let's look for dogs. So if you're a dog lover, there's hundreds and hundreds of photos that you can use of whatever it is you're looking for. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Have I added to overwhelm or helped with overwhelm?
You've helped. You've helped.
Okay, good. That's a good start. All right, let's see. I think that is almost just what I wanted to cover today, but let's just make me. I did do notes this time. I just have to refer to them. Oh goodness, I've been on my local radio station quite a bit the last few days or last few weeks. Um, just the morning show. Kathy, I don't know if you happen to listen to 97.7.
Okay.
It's 90s and now. So if you like
Yeah.
90s music, see 97.7. You can always live stream it for anybody that isn't in the area. But C97.7 has a morning show, and I quite enjoy them. I'm usually out and about at that time, but they'll have questions of the day, or they'll have like one note 90s challenges and things like that. So it's just kind of fun. But anyway, they quite often like I'll text in my response to their question, and they'll phone me, and we'll have a little chat. Well, it was amusing because I won a contest to a local restaurant, and it happens to be a restaurant that one of the hosts frequents. So I got to meet him in person, and the poor guy, I I just talked and talked and talked. The poor guy couldn't get a word in. Like, so they called this morning to talk about something else. He's like, "Yeah, I met Nicole in person." And I said, "Yeah, the poor guy."
Oh, I wish
So
I
the
knew
co-host,
that. I should have been listening.
the co-host, she's laughing like, "You mean Jade didn't get a word in? You?" Yeah, I shut him up. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, I digress. That's the point of me creating an outline is to try and keep me on track so I don't babble. Okay, let's see. So it's also used to convey emotions. So when you're talking about, somebody frustrated with bills or doing things like that, an image can really, really create that emotion. It also makes it look a little more polished. So you just put little bit of effort into it. Did you all get a chance to check out my two videos that I had posted earlier?
Yep.
So I mean, you can really tell the difference
Mhm.
in the two videos. Oh yeah, sorry, Sha. Let's put my Instagram and TikTok on here. You know what? I don't even know what they are. Dear. Let me find them. But essentially, doing little additions like that, it just makes you look a little more polished. It makes your video a little easier to watch and things like that. So here's my TikTok. I do most of my content and stuff on YouTube. YouTube is just my name, Nicole Sandin. So all my shorts, everything goes on there. But where is my link? I do repost everything to TikTok as well. So here's which I have to change. There's my TikTok. And then YouTube I'll put on here. And then you can also find, for those of you that are new to the community, there is a social media section. So you can pop in there, you can drop your link in and find other people's as well to follow. There's my YouTube in the chat as well. Okay, back to our.
Hey, Nicole, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you put a, say, photo or something up there on the screen, how many seconds should it be on there so that somebody can read it? I mean, I don't want to put something on it's not enough time in.
I mean, that depends on how long your clip is, how long so watch it. After you put it on there, watch it and make sure it fits. But you don't really want something to hang out there for longer than you're talking about it.
Okay.
if that makes sense. So like if you're just making a comment about, oh, I'm so frustrated with these unpaid bills. So, I mean, I would say 3 to 5 seconds, but it just ultimately depends on how long you're talking about that.
Like, the wins in the community, and you want to put, a couple wins up there. I don't
Um,
want to flash it up there and they go, what was that?
right. So I would do 3 to 5 seconds. Again, watch it, see if it flows and see if you see it. But also remember, if they can't read it all right now, that means they might rewatch the video,
Oh, good point.
right? So you want them to be able to read enough to know kind of what it is and maybe just develop a little bit of intrigue, but you don't need them to be able to memorize it, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean, they'll see, and a lot of cases too, you also don't necessarily want to copy the entire win of the screenshot. You might just want to do like a little corner of it. So they can kind of see what it's about, but maybe not the whole thing. So you're also adding a little mystery, a little intrigue in doing this as well.
Okay.
Like you can also say something like, I mean, oh my goodness, once you get in the community, you'll be able to see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these wins, right? So you
Mhm.
can add that intrigue to that at that point as well.
Okay.
Are your videos, Jean, more sort of longer videos, or how long are your videos now?
They're less than a minute these days. I actually tried a B-roll the other day. I was in a friend's car and I took a picture. I was going down the road and thought of you, and I put it together for this morning. I put a text in there about, are you driving to work this morning? And I
Love it.
did a couple other things in there. So I had fun. I put little, what do they call, little icons of somebody drinking coffee and falling asleep and things like that.
Perfect. I love it. Love it. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing like if your video is 5 to 7 seconds, obviously your B-roll is going to be a lot shorter, and just maybe probably not even really existent. But yeah, when you start to get closer to the minute videos, that's when you're going to really want to start adding some more interest and stuff like that.
I think I had 3 different text boxes come up at different times, and
Nice,
then 2 little emojis that interacted. So
nice.
Cool.
Oh, that's super cute. I love that.
it was fun.
Yeah, yeah. Feel free to share those in the community.
Okay.
If you ever do a fun video that you really like, share it so we can all go watch it.
Also we have a couple goats, so I've done some B-roll with goats.
Oh, fun.
That's been fun.
Yeah, that would definitely be fun. Captions are always an easy sort of a B-roll thing. So adding captions to your videos will also make it more interesting to watch. And anybody that's not watching with their sound, obviously, that's a great time to add that stuff. Uh, Yeah, so that covers about what it is and what we can use it for. Again, yeah, let's go out this week and let's record some B-roll footage. I'd love to see some of it in the community, and I'd love to see your posts and how you're using it. Diane, I didn't get to say hi. I see you there. Hello. But yeah, let's open it up to questions. If you have questions about this or anything right now at this point, happy to answer. We can talk about it all. What should we talk about next week?
How about putting together reels and
Okay.
carousels?
Okay. So a reel and a carousel are two different things. Carousel is meant for Instagram, so that's an Instagram thing.
Okay.
Or do you want more of the reels?
Reels is what? Facebook,
Reels go on
TikTok.
all of them. So that's your Facebook reel, Instagram reel, your TikTok and your YouTube shorts. Shaw, you feel lost. Okay, we're going to need to find out where you're at, and then we can direct you on where to go next. So just bear with me. We'll come back to you there. So
Yeah, reels then would be
reels are
good.
the important one. I would say
Mhm.
You definitely want to master Reels because Reels you can go on everywhere. But a
Mhm.
Reel is any video that you're creating. So you created a video there, that's a Reel.
I guess I want the mechanics of how to go on Facebook and do a reel, how to go on TikTok and do a reel. The
And
mechanic part.
actually post it.
I'm an older gal here.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's you tell me what you need and we'll figure out how to get you there. So do you mean like actually going onto your phone and getting it uploaded onto Facebook?
Yeah.
Is that what you
I haven't tried this year. A couple years ago I tried, and I was trying to do all the mechanics, uploading it on and then adding text and all that. And it just didn't seem to work well for me.
mean? Okay. So for me, the easiest way to do and do reels and stuff like that is to I create all of my reels and my videos in CapCut. And then that gives me the entire video. And then I'm able to upload it. So I don't have to add text. I don't have to do anything like that when I get it to Facebook, TikTok, or
You put the
Instagram.
finished video on. You don't have to worry about what Facebook offers. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I will say there are some arguments. Some creators talk about how the algorithms prefer it if you build it directly on their platform. But at this point, at the beginning stages, I wouldn't worry about that. I would just worry about getting your videos out,
Mhm.
however you find whatever, however you're comfortable getting them out. And then once you develop that skill and that habit, then we can direct and we can work on other things that might make it better.
Is it the reels that only last for 24 hours and they go away?
That is a story, the stories.
That's a story. Okay, I always get them confused. Okay.
Yeah, and stories, I'm terrible with stories. I never remember to put up stories. But yes, they're the ones that are 24 hours. Now you can still use a reel as a story
Mhm.
and repost it again as a reel. So if you have like stories are great for testing stuff. So if you post something as a story and it gets a lot of views, a lot of engagement, then yeah, go ahead and repost that as a reel.
Yeah, and Facebook reminds you of that. If you put up a story that's a video, they'll say, "Do you want to post it as a or post it?" Or is it the other way around? You post
Right.
on and then they do a story. They
Right.
remind you to do it. So,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. I mean, because that's a business too. They want people posting content. They need to, because they want
mhm.
people to stay on their platforms. So they're encouraging you to post and they want to make it as easy as possible for you to do as well. So,
Okay.
okay. So yeah, if you want, we can do kind of, maybe we'll just do sort of an informal content creation sort of thing next week.
Yeah, because I know there's reels on TikTok, but I don't know how to go about getting that done either.
Okay. Yeah, we can see what we can do and get you sorted out with that. Get all
Okay.
your questions answered there. Shaw, did you want to is it Shaw? Shay?
It's Shaw.
Shaw, hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm okay.
I'm good. So you just feel lost. So where are you lost?
I'm so embarrassed to say over everything. I just feel so
Don't
lost.
no, we're here to help. Um so did you purchase the legacy program? Is that what you're working with?
Yes, I purchased a legacy program.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I had to get my medicine. I purchased the legacy program. I'm in it, but I don't know. I think I'm just missing something. It's just like I think sometimes maybe if you just need that first step or see that first time it happens, or even if I could post, I'm thinking do a video. I guess I'll be okay with doing a video, but then it's like, okay, now what do I do?
Okay.
You
So
know?
have you started doing any videos?
Um, not really.
Okay. So do you have a website? I guess that's your first start.
Yes, my daughter helped me. I asked her to help me do a TikTok. I have a YouTube because I guess I just used what I had a long time ago using my
Sure.
email address. Um, Instagram. I had an old Instagram account, but I didn't put anything on there.
Okay, so what I would suggest for you is don't get yourself overwhelmed. So first you're going to start with picking one. So which platform do you spend the most time on? Do you spend the most time on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram?
No, I don't spend the most time on TikTok. I spend the most time looking at YouTube actually.
Looking at
Um,
YouTube.
yeah, but I don't want to go to one that may be difficult to do first.
Okay.
But
They
I
they
do
all
spend the most time.
okay, they all have their merits and for beginners, I would say TikTok is a good one because you can have a video potentially go viral no matter how long you've been on the platform. So if you've only been on the platform, your first video could potentially go viral. I mean, I don't want to get your hopes up because it doesn't happen all the time.
Okay.
But places like TikTok and Instagram, they rely on the longevity of your account. So the older your account is, the more likely you are to go viral. Whereas TikTok, you have the potential to, if you have a good video and people like it,
Hmm.
it could jump right away.
Okay.
So for that reason, I would say TikTok, you might want to start with TikTok.
Okay.
And then your goal is just going to be start creating videos.
Okay. So I'll do that now. Just create a video.
Yeah,
And
just
then when I post it, that's the part too. Do I just put my legacy, my thing on here? Hey, click here.
yeah. So you want to, there's lots of different trainings in the program, but essentially, you want to get as many people to that website as you possibly can, right?
Yes.
Because if they can't see you, they can't buy from you. So that's the whole point of your video. Your video is to attract them and convince them to go check out my website. So, um, the best rule of thumb, and the one that I find works the most, is to ask people to comment on your video. So say something like, if you like what you see, or if you're ready to go, type ready in the comments, and I'm going to send you, um, like Michelle's usual is, I'm going to send you the blueprint
Mhm.
to help you get started. So something like that. So because what that also does is every time somebody comments, that raises your engagement.
Mhm.
So that will potentially get your video played more. So
Yes.
that's the call to action that I would recommend for you to start with.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are you feeling a little less lost?
Yeah, just I guess interacting and speaking with someone, I'm just like, it just doesn't seem like it's that easy to do. So I
It's
think I'm making things very complicated. I'm just
yes.
looking, it's like it has to be more to that, and I'm just lost with
So
that.
I love the poker analogy when it comes to online marketing. Poker is an easy game to learn.
Hmm.
There's only so many rules, but it'll take you a lifetime to master. So marketing is very much the same. It's easy. You have a website, you have a link, you post, you get people to come to your website. That's the easy part.
Okay.
Then it's a matter of getting better, getting more relatable. So more people come and visit your website. So that's where those skills grow.
Okay.
But yes,
We'll
I am
see.
guilty 100% of overthinking and overcomplicating.
Okay, that's me. That's my middle name. Yeah.
So this week, so let's get some videos done, play with
Okay.
TikTok, and
Okay.
remember, uh, we always worry about lots and lots of people seeing our video. Like we want them to see our videos, but just remember when you're new creating content, there's probably not that many people going to see it. So who cares?
Okay.
Post it.
Got it.
Post it. And to be honest, if somebody sees your content and they look at it and they go, "Hey, wait, this girl, this video isn't perfect. I don't need to be perfect. Maybe I can do that too." So
Mhm.
that might catch your perfect customer right there.
Got it. Right. Because it won't be perfect, but okay.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
just
and that's you just
check
never
out
know
my
who you're going to
website.
relate
Mhm.
to, right? So yeah, so let's get some videos done this week. Share them with us in the community so we can so we can share and get some engagement for you. And if you have any questions, just message me in the community. That's what
Okay,
I'm here for.
I appreciate that.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
we're a small group, so I got lots of time for everybody.
Oh, good. No, I'm sorry. Why'd you tell me that? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. And all you guys too. Yeah, if you have any questions, just message me in the community. Sometimes you might have to tag me by using the @ symbol just to make sure I see it. Because that way I get a notification. Otherwise, I do try to look through all the comments, but
Mhm.
if I don't get a notification, I might miss it. So just use the @ sign.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
you're
you.
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Nope.
All right, guys. Well, okay, so next week we'll do kind of informal. We'll just bring on your created videos and make sure we can post them into a reel or a story or whatever we would like to post at. So it's likely to be a little more one-on-one, so we can all take turns with your questions. And yeah, we'll just go from there. If you do have any specific questions, feel free to fire it off. I'll start I'll start a thread in the community. So if you do have specific questions, just go ahead and add them there, so I can maybe prepare myself a little bit, but otherwise we're just gonna wing it. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a
Okay.
good night. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks, Nicole.